In the Spider-Man universe, Venom is pretty terrifying, but this is Magic the Gathering. Anti-Venom is even scarier. Damage me, I dare you. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Guys at Magic. This is Hunter coming at you with another deck tech. That is right, we are taking a look at a brand new legendary creature from the latest set, Marvel's very own Spider-Man. Which are we building? Well, you've already heard it in the intro, you've clicked on this, you've seen the thumbnail, you already know. It's Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer. That's right, we are mono white, my absolute favorite color in all of Magic. Cannot wait to break this one down with you guys, but just a little few things up front. As a reminder, we keep these deck techs in between about $300 to $400. If you guys wanted to see the entire deck list, check the description for that as well. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already, so you're staying up to date with everything else that we got going on. And a special shout out to those Patreon members, the Indestructible tier in particular, because they voted for this deck tech. That's right, they helped shape the channel and what content comes out, and Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer won the popular vote. So let's go ahead and get started with this card. It's Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer. It is 5 white mana for a 5/5 legendary creature symbiote hero that says when Anti-Venom enters, if he was cast, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And if damage would be dealt to Anti-Venom, prevent that damage and put that many +1/+1 counters on him. If you've been on the channel long enough, you know that I, Hunter, am the +1/+1 counter guy. That's right. Whenever one of these +1/+1 counters new cards come out, I get very excited about it, except for this specific deck tech, I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit. I'm always doing the +1/+1 counter theme. Do I really want to do that again? I decided to take this deck in a direction of Voltron. That is right. We're going to be going through. We're going to be doing a lot of damage with Anti-Venom. We're going to be blocking a lot of damage. We're just going to keep growing Anti-Venom and then in for the kill shot. That's right. Commander damage. Our opponents are going to lose that way. The other thing about Anti-Venom that I absolutely love, not only that second part is what we're mainly building around, is if there was a board wipe by any chance, that first part where if he is cast right back from the command zone, we're bringing back something along with it. It is very cool. I absolutely love Anti-Venom, and I cannot wait to get started with these creatures. We'll start with some utility creatures first. Up first is Goldmire. That's right, it's 2 mana for a 1/1. You can tap it to add a white to your mana pool. Quick and easy way to go ahead and ramp in white. Next up, we have Giver and Mother of Runes, because as our commander can prevent that combat damage or damage in general, it does not prevent itself from dying to just targeted removal. So Giver and Mother of Runes here just helps that. Giver of Runes is a 1/2 that says you can tap it. Another target creature you control gains protection from colorless or from the color of your choice until end of turn. Mother of Runes is a 1/1 that says you can tap it. Target creature you control gains protection from a color of your choice till end of turn. They both cost 1 white mana, so they are both in here as well. Some other kind of protecting our stuff, if you will. We've got Bastion Protector. It's 2 and a white for a 3/3 that says commander creatures you control get +2/+2 and have indestructible. Selfless Spirit is a 1 and a white for a 2/1 creature spirit cleric. It's got flying. You can sacrifice Selfless Spirit and creatures you control gain indestructible 10 a turn. Fun fact, if you do that more than once and let's just say Anti-Venom does die, bring Selfless Spirit back with Anti-Venom. Why not? Grand Abolisher is also going in for 2 white mana. It's a 2/2. During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. This is a kind of a card that just says, let us do our own thing on our own time. Don't mess with us. Throwing in Abzan Battle Priest for 3 and a white. It is a 3/2 with Outlast for 1 white mana, which means you could pay a white to tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Outlast only is a sorcery, and then each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has lifelink, which is great, especially if Anti-Venom is getting all those counters from just getting damage or dealing damage. Abzan Falconer is a 2 and a white. It's a 2/3. It's got Atlas for a white as well, and each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying, so just fly over with Anti-Venom and just deal damage. Keeper of the Accord for 3 and a white for a 3/4. Says at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player controls more creatures than you, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. And at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player controls more lands than you may search your library for a basic plains, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Card is absolutely amazing in this deck. We really care about the Voltron strategy, so we're just trying to make Anti-Venom as big as possible. But in the case that we do need a little bit more creatures, Keeper of the Accord kind of just builds our board up just a bit more for just added benefit. Lauren of the Third Path for 2 and a white. It's a 2/1. It's got Vigilance that says when it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, and you can also tap it. You and target opponent each draw a card. I'd hate giving my opponent's card draw, but in this circumstance, I think Lauren of the Third Path is a fantastic include here as just kind of just a removal piece as well as card draw if you really need it. Golden Guardian is a really cool card that's going to be thrown in here because it is 4 generic for a 4/4 artifact creature golem. It does have Defender, so it's never going to be attacking, but it has an ability where you can pay 2. It fights another target creature you control. And when Golden Guardian dies this turn, you return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. Once transformed, it does turn into Gold Forge Garrison. It's a land that you can tap to add 2 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. You can also just pay 4, tap it to create a 4/4 colorless golem artifact creature token. But let me just tell you, having that idea of just, I'm going to fight my own creature, and this is going to die, and it's going to flip because Anti-Venom starts as a 5/5, this starts as a 4/4. It's a perfect include in this deck. Heliod Sun Crowd is going to be in here as well. It's 2 and a white for a 5/5 legendary enchantment creature god. It's got Indestructible. It says as long as your devotion to white is less than 5, Heliod is not a creature. And whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. And then for 1 and a white, another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. So yeah, just go ahead and give Anti-Venom lifelink whenever you need it. These next 4 creatures care about the Voltron strategy. Danitha Capation, Paragon for 2 and a white. It is a 2/2 legendary creature, a human knight. It's got First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink, and aura and equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Pure Steel Paladin is 2 white mana for a 2/2 creature, human knight. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. And then Metalcraft, which means equipment you control have equipped of 0, as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Shram, Senior Edificer is 1 and a white for a 2/2 legendary creature Dwarf Advisor. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. Not many casting vehicles, but those first 2, we have those in the deck. Stoneforge Mystic, fantastic. You need it in any kind of Voltron, any kind of Equipment Matters deck, of course. 1 and a white for a 1/2 that says when it enters the battlefield, you may search the library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. And then for 1 and a white, you can just tap it and put an equipment card from your hand straight onto the battlefield. All 4 of these cards are must include in the Voltron strategy. Our final 3 creatures are the more big bombs of our deck. This is the, hey, you might want to get rid of these because if you don't get rid of our commander, these are coming next. Elish Norn, Grand Cenobite. It's 5 and 2 white for a 4/7. Vigilance. It's got other creatures you control get +2/+2. Creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. It's such a mean card. People will want to kill this. And hey, if they do kill this, bring it back with your commander. Very, very similarly, you've got Phyrexian Vindicator. It is 4 white for a 5/5 creature Phyrexian Horror. It says flying. If damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent that damage. And when damage is prevented this way, Phyrexian Vindicator deals that much damage to any other target. If you damage Phyrexian Vindicator, I'm going to direct it to your face. Or I'm going to direct it to Anti-Venom. If that is swinging, it's getting bigger. And I'm going to swing at you. Avacyn, Angel of Hope, is our final creature for 5 and 3 white. It is an 8/8 legendary creature angel. It's got flying, it's got vigilance, it's got indestructible, and other permanents you control have indestructible. This is like the, hey, try to board wipe us. It's not going to work. Moving on to the sorcery department here, we've got a little bit here. This first 3, we've got some removal. That's right. Ravnica at War. 3 and a white for a sorcery. Exile all multicolored permanents. I don't really have room to put this into many decks, but if you're running a mono white deck, Ravnica at War is one of those that is going to make your opponents super sad. It's really good here. Wrath of God, good old Wrath of God. It's 2 and 2 white. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. This is our uh-oh button. And then Wave of Reckoning is fantastic, especially if we have our commander on the field. It's 4 and a white that says each creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. So let's just say Anti-Venom starts off as a 5/5. It deals 5 damage to itself. Oh no, it's a 10/10 now. Last 3 sorceries just kind of just work with the deck. Open the Armory, 1 and a white. Search your library for an aura or equipment card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle. And Steel Shepherd's Gift for 1 white. You search your library for equipment card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. So just 2 kind of tutors, just go and get that equipment that you need at that moment. And Repentance is 2 and a white. That says target creature deals to itself damage equal to its power. So once again, very similarly to Wave of Reckoning, we're going to be doing that to ourself using Anti-Venom just to grow it even bigger, just to get in with even more damage. Next up, we got some instants. We got Removal up first. Generous Gift and Stroke of Midnight are very similar. They both cost 2 and a white. Generous Gift, destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant. And Stroke of Midnight is destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller makes a 1/1. So, hey, either one, who cares? About the exile Swords of Plowshare is very similar as well. They care about the same thing. Both 1 white mana. They both exile target creature. For Path, they can go and get a basic. And for Swords, they go ahead and just gain some life equal to its power. Our next 4 instants, we're protecting our stuff. Because like I said, similarly to the Mother and Giver of Runes, as much as our commander can just absorb as much damage as possible, it still can die to removal. It can still die to just kind of anything else. So we're adding Flawless Maneuver. It's 2 and a white. If you control a commander, you may cast a spell without paying its mana cost. Creatures control gain indestructible end turn. Restoration Magic is 1 white mana. It is tiered, so you can pay 0 extra and target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible end of turn. You can pay 1 extra, target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible end of turn, and you gain 3 life. Or for 3 and a white extra, permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible end of turn, you gain 6 life. Honestly, you're probably just casting this for 1 white mana because you're protecting your commander the most. Speaking of 1 white mana, you've got Rebuff the Wicked. It just says counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. Like I said, you get that targeted removal out of my face. Rebuff the Wicked is one of those white cards that people just don't expect to see. Reprieve is fantastic here as well. 1 and a white. Return target spell to its owner's hand. Draw a card. So not necessarily a counter spell, but it is a spell that kind of stutters your opponent that says, at least for 1 more turn, you cannot play that. I'm going to draw another card. The final 3 instants here, they kind of just help our commander, kind of help the deck run a little bit more. Akroma's Will is a great finisher or protection piece, depending on when you're playing it in the game. It's 3 and a white. This says choose 1. If you control your commander as you cast it, you may choose both. Creatures you control gain flying, vigilance, and double strike till end of turn. And or creatures you control gain lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors until end of turn. Dual Sun Technique is a really cool one from the last set of Edge of Eternities. It is 1 and a white for an instant that just says target you control gains double strike until end of turn. If it has a +1/+1 counter on it, you draw a card. Which, hope so, right? You kind of hope that Anti-Venom is doing the thing where it's getting a bunch of counters on it, and you can draw a card. But either way, target Anti-Venom, now it has double strike. It's going to do a lot. Gideon's Sacrifice, the final instant for 1 white. Choose a creature or planeswalker you control. All damage that would be dealt this turn to you and permanents you control is dealt to the chosen permanent instead. Can you just imagine a world where someone plays a Blasphemous Act, you play a Gideon's Sacrifice, you target just your commander, depending on how many different creatures are on the board, 13 damage to each creature, that's 13, 13, 13, 13, all just at your commander. That's huge now. Gideon's Sacrifice is a really cool card here. Moving on to the artifacts of the deck, we got rocks. We're playing with rocks. Arcane Signets 2. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. You know what it does. Mind Stone is 2. You can tap it for a color, so pay 1, tap it, sacrifice Mind Stone to draw a card. Soul Ring, everybody's staple. It's 1 for an artifact where you tap it for 2 colorless. Throne of Eldraine. This is one of these cards that I throw in every single monocolored deck I can because it is that good. It's 5 mana, but that's okay. It's a legendary artifact that says when it enters, you choose a color. You are choosing white. You can tap it to add 4 mana of the chosen color. Spend this mana only to cast monocolored spells of that color, which guess what? We're a monocolored deck. You can also pay 3 and tap it. Draw 2 cards. Spend only mana of the chosen color to activate this ability. You are going to. Throne of Eldraine is fantastic. Next 2 artifacts aren't necessarily rocks, but they are cost reduction. We have Pearl Medallion. It's just 2 white spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And the Wind Crystal for 2 and 2 white. White spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And if you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. but it has that ability where you can pay 4 and 2 white to tap it. Creatures you control gain flying and lifelink until end of turn. So the Wind Crystal is pulling a lot of weight here. It's really good. Here we go, into the bulk of the artifacts. I said at the beginning we're a Voltron deck, which means equipment matters. So let's get into the equipment. We have Swiftfoot Boots for 2 mana. It says equipped creature has hexproof and haste. You can equip it for just 1. Basilisk Collar, 1 mana. Equipped creature has death touch and lifelink, equipped up 2. Champion's Helm is 3 mana. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. As long as equipped creature is legendary, it has hexproof, which guess what? Anti-Venom is our commander. It has to be legendary. It's gonna have hexproof. Equip cost of 1. Genji Glove, one of my absolute new favorite equipments from this year. 5 mana. Equipped creature has double strike, and whenever equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Equip cost of 3. It is hefty, but it is so worth it. Inquisitor's Flail, 2 mana. If equipped creature would deal combat damage, it deals double that damage instead. And if another creature would deal combat damage to the equipped creature, it deals double that damage to equipped creature instead, equipped cost of 2. Honestly, this is one of those ones that I keep pulling out from the tutors that we put in the deck, because this is just saying, hey, if you're trying to deal damage to my guy, you're dealing that much damage twice. So just grow it twice. It's great. Nemesis Mask is 3 mana. All creatures able to block equipped creature do so. Equip cost of 3. Another one that you kind of want to go ahead and get with a tutor. This is one of those that your opponents are probably not blocking very often. They are now forced to block. They are going to be growing Anti-Venom. Our final 4 equipment for the deck, we have Pariah's Shield for 5 mana that says all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to equipped creature instead, equip cost of 3. Yeah, so just keep swinging in with our commander over and over and over. Oh no, we don't have any blockers. Swing at me. Doesn't matter. You swing at me, you're growing Anti-Venom for the backswing. Shadow Spear, 1 mana. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has trample and lifelink. You could pay 1 permanents your opponents control, lose hexproof and indestructible end of turn. Equip cost of 2. This is one of my favorite equipments of all of Magic. Just letting you run right now. Shadow Spear is just fantastic. Commander's Plate for 1. It is equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. So all 4 other colors. Equipped to commander for 3 or just equipped to 5. You're always just going to be equipped to commander because we are Voltron. Equipped everything to Anti-Venom. And finally, Grappling Hook for 4. Equipped creature has double strike, and whenever equipped creature attacks, you may have target creature block it this turn if able. Equipped cost of 4. So kind of like Nemesis Mask, you are forcing your opponent to block. You cannot say no blocks. Final 2 artifacts here. They're just a bit of utility here. I think it's hilarious to throw this one in, so we're doing it. Dawnsire, Sunstar Dreadnought. It's 5 mana for a legendary artifact Spacecraft. You can station it up at 10+ charge counters. Whenever you attack, Dawnsire deals 100 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. I think it's hilarious. Just do it to your own commander. Just give it 100 counters on swing. That's hilarious. And then at 20+ charge counters, it's got flying. It's a 20/20. You'll never do that. Tome of Legends for 2. This artifact enters with a page counter on it. And whenever your commander enters or attacks, you put a page counter on this artifact. You can pay 1, tap it to remove a page counter from this artifact to draw a card. This is a really good card, especially since we're in white. Don't have a lot of options to card draw, but Tome of Legends, just easy to include. Moving on to the enchantment department of our deck, we will kick it off with continuing our Voltron strategy. That's right, we got some auras to throw onto our commander, not just equipment. Gift of Immortality is 2 and a white. Enchant creature. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Return Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. So yes, if our Anti-Venom does end up dying, Gift of Immortality says, bring it back, let's do it again. Pariah, 2 and a white. Enchant creature. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to enchanted creature instead. Once again, very similar to Pariah's Shield. See how this is like the same? Any damage to us, you're growing Anti-Venom. Saving Grace, 1 and a white. It's got Flash, enchant creature you control. When Saving Grace enters the battlefield, all damage that would be dealt this turn to you and permanents you control is dealt to enchanted creature instead. Enchanted creature gets +0/+3. Again, very similar to Pariah. We're just flashing this in. We're saying all of the damage come to this. Entangler for 2 and 2 white. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature may block any number of creatures. So if we are on block duty, swing your whole team at me. I dare you. Guilty Conscience for 1 white. Enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, Guilty Conscience deals that much damage to the enchanted creature. This card just doesn't kill our commander. This card just grows our commander. This is supposed to be a downside. There is no downside. Only upside here. And once again, a very redundant ability. But I had to throw it in because we are playing in the Spider-Man set. So with great power, it's 3 and a white. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. Like I said, we are Voltron, so this is fantastic there. And all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to enchanted creature instead. This, with great power, Anti-Venom. They are best friends here. Moving into the non-aura enchantments that we're throwing in, just really good cards here. Brave the Sands, 1 and a white. Creatures you control have vigilance, and each creature you control can block an additional creature. So, swing with Anti-Venom. It's back up a blocks because it's got vigilance now. Just block multiple creatures. Duelist Heritage for 2 and a white. Whenever 1 or more creatures attack, you may have target attacking creature gain double strike until end of turn. So this is just one of those cards that, hey, you're probably just saying Anti-Venom every time you attack, it's getting double strike, but you can also play a little bit of politics at the table because it's whenever 1 or more creatures attack. It doesn't have to be your creatures. So if one of your opponents are attacking your other opponent, have fun, give it double strike. Trouble in Pairs, 2 and 2 white. If an opponent would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. Whenever an opponent attacks you with 2 or more creatures, draws their second card each turn, or casts their second spell each turn, you draw a card. The flexibility on Trouble in Pairs, you're drawing multiple cards a turn. If they're drawing multiple cards a turn and doing other things their turn, you're just, you're drawing cards. Trouble in Pairs. Land tax here. We don't have a lot of ways to ramp in white, but this is a great one. 1 white mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent controls more lands than you, you can search your library for up to 3 basic lands, reveal them, put it in your hand, shuffle. Not only is this able to just go ahead and just continuously fill your hand so you're not missing land drops, this is also just churning through your deck, getting rid of all those pesky lands that you don't want to be drawing late game. Forge Anew, 2 and a white. When Forge Anew enters the battlefield, return target equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. As long as it's your turn, you may activate equipment abilities anytime you can cast an instant. And you may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equipped ability you activate during each of your turns. I absolutely love Forge Anew because you're able to go ahead and swing with multiple creatures. Maybe you have multiple creatures that have different kind of equipment on them. Forge Anew allows you to, in combat, move the equipment around after blocks. Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, we have the land department of our deck. We will kick it off with some utility lands that do not care about the color white, but they are very good and I feel like should be in this deck. Bonder's Enclave. You can tap it for a colorless. You can pay 3, tap it to draw a card. Activate only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Good thing our commander starts at 5 because Bonder's Enclave is probably going to be drawing us cards. Command Beacon is a bit of a backup card, which I'll tell you in a minute. You can tap it for a color, so you can tap it, sacrifice Command Beacon, put your commander into your hand from the command zone. Let's just say our strategy of protecting your commander is not going well and it's died multiple times. This is kind of saying we're going to skip commander tax this time around. Reliquary Tower. You have no maximum hand size. Tap to add a colorless. Rogue's Passage. Tap to add a colorless. Pay 4. Tap it. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Finish someone with Rogue's Passage. I've done it multiple times. War Room, great in monocolor decks. You can tap it to add a colorless, or you can pay 3, tap it, pay life equal to the number of colors in your commander's color identity, aka just 1 life. Draw a card. And Witch's Clinic. You can tap it to add a colorless, or pay 2, tap it, target commander gains lifelink until end of turn. Based on how big Anti-Venom gets, we'll be gaining a lot of life. Now for the lands that care about actual colored mana. Emeria, the Sky Ruin. It enters the battlefield tapped, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 7 or more planes, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tap it to add a white. Yeah, this is just recursion on a land. as long as you get those Plains cards, which you'll see in a minute. Plaza of Heroes is just another one of those cards that help protect our commander. You can tap for a colorless, or you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a legendary spell. Or you can tap to add 1 mana of any color among legendary permanents you control. Or you can pay 3, tap it, exile Plaza of Heroes. Target legendary creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Like I said, Plaza of Heroes, the flexibility here of just tapping for a white and also protecting later on. Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, we're going to be adding in 26 basic planes into this deck. And that is going to be it. And that is Damage Me. I dare you. Because if you do, it's coming back at you full force. Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer is one of those cards that is going to be terrifying the longer it stays on the battlefield. I am a big fan of this card. So yeah, comment down below. What'd you guys think of this deck tech? Maybe you took it in a direction of a +1/+1 counter, or maybe just a completely just like, hey, we're doing mono white reanimation. I'm interested to hear your guys' opinions down there in the comment section below. If you wanted to see the deck list, check the link in the description. And while you're in the description, you'll find links to all of our social media accounts. Follow us on those as well if you haven't kept up to date with everything else that we got going on. And merch. We got merch. Check it out. Maybe pick yourself something up. Once again, hit that like button if you like this video. Stay up to date with everything I got going on. If you hit that subscribe button, of course. And on the screen right now, all of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your added support. It really does mean the world to us if you guys wanted to check out what they're saying, which is early access content, because they saw this video early. And a very special shout out to our Gains Indestructible tier because they voted on this deck tech. Don't forget, Aaron Hill, Billy Yum Yum 2x2, Daryl Tripp, Demarion Turner, Doc Jerome, Ghost McGrady, Jimmy Ward, Jay Pizzle, Kelvor, Kevo, Samuel Abbott, Stingrazor1144, and Thrifty PSGR. You guys are awesome. Appreciate every single one of you. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.